What if I had to tell you that there was an awesome, amazing, really cool chord trick that was super simple to play, but turned your average and samey open chords, nothing against open chords, I love them, but turns them into something more magical and sparkly? Would you want to know how to do it? Well, of course you would, and this is something that the famous, great guitar players we all love know how to do and do all the time, and it's time you knew how to do it too. So we're going to do that today. We're going to show you, and we're going to zoom right in, and I'm going to show you this guitar trick. So we're going to take 4 chords, a G, an A minor, a C, and a D, lovely chords that work really great together, and we're going to do something really cool with them. Alright, now we're going to take the low E string, okay, we're going to find the notes first on this string, okay, so the G, the A, the C, and the D. Okay, so we're going to start with our middle finger. We're going to get G here on the 3rd fret, we've got A in the 5th, C in the 8th, and D on the 10th. Okay, now we're going to make these chords using thirds, alright, just taking the root and the 3rd out of that chord, and we can do that by making this little shape for a major chord. We play the root there, and then we take our 3rd finger, we play it on the G string next to our middle finger. And we're going to use our thumb and our index finger and pluck them together like this. Now this is going to build up into a big, beautiful piece, alright? But this is the first step. Okay? Now, we're going to move to an A minor next, alright? A G major to an A minor. So I'm going to take the A note here in the 5th fret. And this is the minor shape. We basically take the 3rd and we flatten it by bringing it a fret back. Okay, so we've got a finger in each fret on the low E and the G string. So we've got a G here. It's important we use our middle finger, and you'll find out in just a second why, alright? I'm going to do this. G, A minor. Okay, now up to a C. Alright, we move our middle finger up to the C note here. And then we make the major shape, which means you bring your 3rd finger next, and the fret next door. So that'll be on the 9th fret in the G string. Pluck them together, that's our C. And then we're going to move that up to the 10th fret, and we've got our D, alright? So we've got a G, A minor, C, and a D, and we can do a lot with that. We could just pluck it. That sounds pretty cool, right? Now I'm going to show you a little embellishment you can add onto that makes everything sound pretty cool, alright? This little thing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my index finger behind my middle finger, okay, and I'm going to do this for every chord. I'm going to bring that down to the G string on the 2nd fret and pluck that, and then play the 3rd. I can keep my index finger there though. Sounds pretty cool, right? Alright, let's play one bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And then we're going to move that up. Again, we're going to take our middle finger up to the A, and again keep our index finger 1 fret behind on the G string. And play the same thing. Again, just coming on to the flattened 3rd this time. So I'm going basically... Alright, so kind of like that. Again. Let's take the same thing up to the C here. Again, just keep your index finger 1 fret behind, so this time we'll be on the 7th, and play. Take your finger off, then play the 3rd. Same to the D. Alright, now we're going to start beefing it up a little bit, alright? We're going to do that by adding in another string. We're going to add in the D string. Now, you can add in the G string. Sounds lovely, unless you're doing it with the A minor chord, and it sounds a little bit evil. Now, if you're going for that, that's cool, alright? But the D string will work well over every chord, but you can alternate with the G string in the G, C, and D, all right? But we're going to use the D string for simpleness right now. We're doing that by getting our index finger and our middle finger underneath the D and the G, our thumb on the bass, and just pinching them together like that, like so. All right, and then, lovely, right? Now, if you're loving the sound that's coming out of your guitar right now, the next thing to do is like the video and subscribe if you haven't already to get more cool stuff like this every single week. Alright, so we're going to play this in every chord, alright? Just get that D string droning out. Lovely, right? But there is something else missing. Do you know what it is? It's a little bit of rhythm, alright? Okay, a little bit of motion through the whole thing. Now, I'm going to play my own kind of style, right? It goes like that. A little bit of percussiveness going in there, a little bit of slapping, right? And a lot of people get really, confused by this, but it really just do that with your thumb, right? And it's the low E string bouncing off the fret here, right? Just practice that, all right? We're going to go thumb. Let me think what I'm actually doing here. Pinch, slap, pinch again, and then a little up, and then back to pinch again, or back to slap. And then a little double bass like that.